Yo, any YouTube frogs, stop it in. If you enjoy your stay, feel free to drop a like and a sub. Also, if you want to join in, on these conversations and watch these videos with us, as well as watch me play some games, talk to, me talking in chat, all of us hanging out. Second link in the description. First link in the description will be the original video, if you want to check that out, without my commentary over it. Thanks for being here. He tried to expose Dave Chappelle for stealing his joke, but accidentally exposed himself. Relatively short react, so I figured it'd be fun to watch. Reacting is overrated at this point. I've seen over hundreds of reactions to Glorb. It's not even funny. Oh yeah, Glorb? Dude, I feel like Glorb, part of his blow up was people reacting to it, which honestly I'm there for. Yo, guys, I'm not gonna indulge, okay? Are you guys trying to get me demonetized right now? Huh? Finally get this channel monetized? You guys are trying to say sussy stuff, huh? Yeah. I'm on to you guys like that. Oh, it's okay. Moo Man. Oh, it's Moo Man. Why did I think it was Moon Ooh Man? Moo Man. It's okay, gangster. Oh no, not the 30 cents. Yeah, guys, okay? 30 cents can get me a lot.
Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about the time Dave Chappelle got called out by this other comedian, Bob Levy, because he thought Dave stole one of his jokes and used it in Chappelle's show. So he decided to bring it up to him when he had a chance, and it ended up being a disaster, and Bob was never really able to live it down. And I'm sure most people aren't that familiar with him. He hasn't really had the best career as a comedian, but he's mostly known for being on the Stern Show in the 2000s. And he's...
Sorry, I have to take a break from this for a second to acknowledge something here. Who? I know who, because I looked at it. Who made Christian TG this? Who made Christian TG 92 this? Oh, Potassium, you think that's funny, buddy? Oh, I'm gonna cook tonight, dude, after stream. There's no way. It's okay, dude. You know what's even more funny? Limburg! It's okay, dude. It's way too funny, dude. Anyways, sorry, I saw it pop up. I couldn't not call that out. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Limburg, if it makes you feel any better, I got that. I copied that flow directly from Valen because he made J-Tap. Anytime somebody says J-Tap that, I was like, oh, that's funny. Limburg's like the J-Tap to my Valen.
He's already Lang's opener for a while he was still on the show.
Good, Kayla.
This caused a rift in their relationship because Artie initially told Bob not to bring this up to Dave, like he knew it'd be a bad look. But I guess Bob just didn't want to listen. So next time Dave was on the Stern Show, he decided to call in and bring this up to him. And it pretty much went how Artie thought it would. This is why he didn't want him to bring it up. So he didn't defend him at all. And he kind of took Dave's side afterwards and just kept making fun of Bob for the whole thing, which he didn't handle very well. But Artie's the one that tried to warn him about it. Because the joke that he claims Dave stole from him isn't very original. It's been around forever, and you wouldn't think a comedian would claim that they came up with it, or they'd want to claim they came up with it, because it's just a hacky joke.
Guys, I came up with Riz, and if you guys say it, you're stealing it from me. Yeah.
It's something you'd expect to hear from a 50-year-old failed comedian, which is pretty much what Bob is. But the joke he claims he wrote, he's the first comedian to come up with this, is, I'm going to beat my meat like it owes me money. I guess Bob Levy is the first person to think of that,
That's his joke? That's his joke that fucking Dave Chappelle stole? Are you kidding me? No. No, you're messing with me. Howard Stern, not the one guy from AGT. I don't want to use my points to be just be louder, but louder so I can... What? It would be funny if this joke is racist as fuck. Oh, never mind. Nah, this is crazy, bro.
That's his claim to fame. He says he's been saying it since, I think, the early 90s, maybe late 80s. And he says he's always been using it as his opening line. So it sounds like he's a really talented comedian. Chappelle, he would only steal from the best. But Bob wasn't too happy about it. He wasn't flattered. And Artie, he was trying to talk some sense into him. He's like, dude, are you sure you came up with that?
I'm being honest with him. I say, look, I don't think you have a good argument in this. The Dave Chappelle joke that he claimed Dave Chappelle on his show ripped off a joke that Bob wrote. Levy and me, a few days after it aired, had a gig together, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm furious with Chappelle. He stole one of my jokes on his show." And I go, "What joke?" And he goes, well, "You know, the joke
Beat
I
your
do."
dick, yeah.
And I said, "Bob, listen, man, I don't know if you should fight this battle." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I don't. Are you sure you wrote that joke? I said, "That sounds."
Are you sure, bro? Yeah, dude, maybe this is fucking wild coming from a React content creator or like a partial React, partial variety gamer, whatever you want to call me. But is it really that deep? Is it that serious? Do you need me? Even if he did steal it, but like, dude, it's not super original, you know? Like, if you locked me in a room for 2 days and said, "Yo, come up with like a funny story, bro," or come up with a funny joke, this would probably be the first one my dumbass would come up with, you know?
Sounds like one of those public domain type. You know what I mean?
Sounds old.
And then he got. It sounds like, you know, it was at the first ever Friars Club dinner they were using that. And he's like, no. And I saw he was very defensive about the fact that he wrote that joke. And then I said, well, listen, Bob, I hate to buzz your bubble, but I've heard other people say that before me and you started working together, because me and Levy started working together about when I started here.
Right.
And he goes, well, they stole it from me. And I go, all right. So I could see he was passionate about it.
Yeah,
and
so
I
he's got a
kind of
point,
laid
yeah.
off. And then I heard Chappelle, and then Chappelle was going to be a guest on the show. And Levy said he's going to call in. I said, Bob, please don't do that. You're not going to look great doing that.
And I think Bob was probably really pissed because the joke did well on Chappelle's show. Like, people thought it was really funny. But it was mostly because of the whole sketch and the lead up to it. And I don't think anybody believed it was completely original. You know, even Dave said he's not the first person to come up with that. Like, he says it's barbershop talk. But I'm sure he didn't think anybody would actually take credit for it or want to take credit for it. I mean, people use it all the time, and anybody could have come up with it. You know, it's not very creative. Like, also, Greg Fitzsimmons mentioned Joe Rogan, of course, had a similar joke in the early...
Bro, yeah, anytime you guys say goofy aw, you owe me royalties. It's not that serious. You can't just own a joke. You can't put a damn trademark on it. It sounds like fucking Ed Sheeran being like, "Oh, yeah, I invented the G and the E chord going together, bruv. So I'm going to sue you." Dude, this old photo of Joe Rogan makes me laugh almost every time, or makes me like hit a little every time, just because his head looks so much smaller here. Are you sure Ed said that? No, it wasn't exactly that. I'm paraphrasing. But yeah, I remember there was a whole court like lawsuit about like chords going together. I mix up the story. Somebody was suing somebody over the chords. So if you want to do your own research, chat and YouTube viewers, there you go. There's a fun little rabbit hole to go down.
Also, Greg Fitzsimmons mentioned Joe Rogan, of course, had a similar joke in the early 90s, which I don't think he'd really want to take credit for. But Bob, he really wanted to take credit for his joke. And
yeah, well, Joe Rogan has a lot of things going for him. It seems like Bob maybe doesn't, considering the fact that literally, chat, have any of you guys heard of this Bob guy? Have any of you heard that? Ed was the one being sued. There you go. I got it wrong, dude. Kayla got us with the facts. Omen, what's up, homie? How's it going? Not once in my life. Yeah. Nobody's heard of Bob. Everyone here has probably heard of Joe Rogan, you know? So Joe Rogan's not going to be like, "Hey, you stole my joke." You know? Like, he was like, whatever. I don't care, dude. Like, I feel like unless it's like an exact story, right? Like word for word about your family, then it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, or about an experience you had, it doesn't matter even. Like, if it's just some like dumb offhanded joke like this, like, "I'm gonna beat my meat like it owes me money," it's like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. I'm sure other people have thought of that. You know, I'm good. Everything going well in the stream night? Yes. I mean, my ear still hurts like a motherfucker, but other than that, we are fucking cooking. It's been a good time. It's been some good vibes. Yeah, Marvin Gaye's family sued him because he used a chord progression that Marvin used in a song. Oh, that's cringe.
he didn't listen to what Artie had to say, even though Artie was trying to give him good advice by telling him not to bring it up. But the next time Dave Chappelle was on the Stern Show, Bob called in and brought it up to him, and Dave had the perfect response and just embarrassed Bob.
Hey, how you doing, Howard? Dave, I'm a big fan of yours, and I just wanted to know why one of my jokes
actually ended up on your show one night.
Oh, really?
What is the joke?
I'm going to beat my blank like it owes me money. It was in one of the songs.
Oh, because you're a hack.
'Cause I'm a hack and
Huh?
taking my stuff.
I'm going to beat my blank like it owes me money. You wrote that?
Yes, I did write that, and I've been doing it for years, and it's been my opening line.
Oh, that's barbershop talk. And that's your opening line?
Yes.
Where
Well, it was on your show. I guess you liked it.
I must have seen you at a hole.
Well, you were at Caroline's one night for the Nasty Show with some of your friends that were in the audience.
Yeah, I was. You're right. I lift material from. What's your name again?
What was that?
What's your name again?
Reverend Bob Levy. I was on the show with you a couple times.
Oh, Bob Levy.
Oh, Bob, that's you.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this the Reverend Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, look at Bob. You think Dave's taking your material?
No, I'm
Bob, I
saying
wouldn't
Dave. I'm saying his writers are dropping the ball and they're getting lazy.
Man, nobody stole that from you.
Dave says he did not steal from you.
I'm not saying it was him, but I'm saying it was probably one of his writers in the audience at the show, and they threw it in there.
You said I was in the audience stealing.
I know, you were at the show. You were at Caroline's. You were at the bar, and your friends came in. Casey was there that night.
I promise you, Bob, nobody steals jokes on the show. I promise you. It's primarily me and one other dude. So
I mean, I've been doing that for a long time, and then all of a sudden it's on the show.
I don't know, man.
All right, Bob. Hey, Bob, what can I tell you?
The writers did a good job.
I don't know. Maybe great minds think alike.
Right. All right, Bob, thanks.
You got it.
Reverend Bob Levy.
Jeez Louise, man. Gangbanging. Over, I beat my blank like it owes me money.
And then afterwards, I think.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Like, again, it's like not super unique, you know? Like, I feel like, again, that's like something that somebody who's just like a little jokester would say. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's he upset about? This pain I have is making me want to call my ex, tell me I'm stupid and crazy. Please bully me. Everyone, please, 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 please. Yo, what's up, Meg? I bet this guy wrote the knock-knock joke, too. I'm back with my dog who keeps trying to type in chat on my keyboard. It's hard to type. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't trademark words that so many people probably say. Yes, absolutely, dude. Yeah, it's fucking
Bob
stupid.
was kind of upset that Artie didn't back him up or defend him. But, I mean, this is exactly how Artie thought it was going to go. You know, that's why I told him not to bring it up. But, of course, Bob didn't listen. So then Artie kept giving him shit for it. And during a roast that Bob was hosting, Artie roasted him for it. And he got offended by it. You know, he's all sensitive about it. So Artie knew it was getting to him, but he just enjoys messing with him. So he brought it up again on the wrap-up show. And at that point, Bob was just done. And he ended up backing out of all the dates he was supposed to open for Artie, because he thought Artie was hurting his career by continuing to bring this up. But I think Artie was just kind of annoyed that Bob didn't listen to him. And then also, after all this, Bob claimed another comedian stole another one of his jokes. And, of course, it's a joke that has been around forever that I'm sure a bunch of people have come up with. So I'm sure at that point, Artie's just thinking, how does this guy not realize how ridiculous this all sounds?
Yeah, bro, that's fucking crazy. He's claiming another joke now? Yeah, Meg, don't call your fucking ex, dude. Don't do it, man. You're going to regret it. I love these types of videos, and it gives me a laugh every time. Dude, Too Lazy to Try literally has been giving me all of the fucking lore for comedians and shit the last couple of weeks. I highly recommend checking them out. They are a really good channel.
But then also, he definitely does just like messing with Bob and bringing this up to him because he knows it gets to him.
And Bob explains his situation, and Chappelle goes, "Oh, so you must be a hack." And I said to Bob, "I can't defend you because I happen to agree with him." And so I stayed quiet.
Mudar, hell yeah.
He was a little mad I didn't defend him more, but I said, "Chappelle's not arguing my argument. I'm trying to be honest."
You told him not to do it.
I said, "Don't do it," and he sort of came off looking bad.
Moo Man, do you watch Oompaville at all? I've been watching him a ton recently. I love that dude.
And the first roast I was on, the Ronnie roast, Bob's the host, and I re-brought it up, with a couple of jokes, and the jokes got good laughs. They were, they were funny, but he he wasn't in the roast spirit. He was mad at me for doing that.
Right.
He thinks, I've said countless times, Bob is an amazing comic. He kills. He's funnier than me. He's one of the best comedians I've ever seen on stage. But with that, it's just an issue I have with him. And even in the roast, he didn't get into it. He's like, in the roast, you hit
But maybe
roast.
let me take Bob's side
He
for a
thinks
second.
it's going to cost him work. He thinks people are going to... And meanwhile, it doesn't.
Well, I don't even know about this. I mean, is he thinking that everybody's hanging on this and saying, yeah, he's just a hack and he, you
Well,
know...
I think Bob is probably thinking, why does Artie always have to bring this thing up? Why can't he just let it die?
And if you look at the context and how it was used on the Chappelle show, it's not flattering. It's a guy who's
right.
Also another
listen,
thing.
Artie,
but
you
there's
got
another thing Levy had, which is similar. Richard Belzer in a roast did a joke about someone who said the only way
you would be funny.
The only way you'd be funny. The only way you'd have a funny bone in your body is if I f***ed you. Levy saw that on a roast, a big roast. And
Yo, that's actually fire. Yeah, I'm stealing that one. I'm not stealing the meat one because that's not. I mean, that's like kind of like a funny. This is like if you use it, if you whip it out at the right time, kind of like the bone he's talking about. If you whip this out at the right time, you're gonna make somebody giggle.
Says now Bells is ripping me off.
The clown in the background.
Really? You're
Oh,
gonna claim you wrote that one too? And he's like,
that's
yeah.
gotta be
He's like,
Bob.
I'm telling you, I wrote it. And then you go in your head, well, someone had to write these jokes, I guess. But if you went to Belzer, and the only time sort of that shit is allowed and fun, and even Gilbert will tell you, is at a roast. That's when you could use those jokes. It's fun, these old jokes that Dick Capri uses, And he said, so now I'm going to, next time Belzer's on the show, I'm going to call her. I'm like, Bob, please don't do that.
Right, don't embarrass him.
I can't just say how I'm trying to help him, and he thinks I'm insulting him. So the Chappelle thing, he even got off kind of easy, but if this ever gets into a real debate, and I said, Chappelle's a big star, it's like...
And I think Bob was being way too sensitive about it, but Artie even admits that he likes to get Bob worked up. He likes getting under his skin, and he knows this gets to him, so he keeps bringing it up on air. And it's so funny because Artie keeps...
Dude, I think, obviously I'm not funny enough to be a comedian, but also, even if I was, I don't know if I could be a comedian, because there are comedians that like to do that, just like they like to get under your skin and shit. I think I'd beat the fuck out of somebody. Or I'd try to, probably wouldn't be very successful considering the fact that a lot of comedians are fucking ripped. Brendan Schaub, if he's fucking tickling me the wrong way, and I'm like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. That dude's gonna fucking put me down to sleep. He's gonna lay me down to sleep. You know what I'm saying? In a fucking coffin, okay? But I feel like there's so many comedians that just like to pick at each other and fuck with each other. And I guess, that's part of the fun. But at a certain point, I don't know if I would be able to do that. I guess it just proves that I'm not made out for anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Even more than, the fact that, my jokes don't hit.
Keeps saying he feels bad about it, and he tries to apologize to him, and he says he wants Bob to do the shows with him and open for him. But then you can tell he just can't help himself at times, and he keeps making fun of Bob for basically being a failed comedian. Like, somebody mentions that Bob already found some new shows to do instead of opening for Artie, and Artie makes a joke about it, because nobody really believes that he was able to find another show that fast. And then he eventually calls in, and Artie apologizes to him, but he said he already changed the dates, so Artie just keeps making fun of him.
Dude, when the fuck was this, by the way? This had to have been a decent amount of time ago, right? Because when was the last time that the Chappelle show aired? It was a pretty long time ago, right? I mean, at least in Zoomer terms. I don't think any of the old comedians' jokes would land today. Humor is ruined by complete TikTok brain rot. Noah Miller kind of got a joke like that. I don't know. I think it's just different circumstances. I mean, Bill Burr literally has a joke about autocorrect on the computer from the early 2000s, I think. And shit's still funny to me. I don't know. Oh, well, for the clown guy, he was just super offensive and used slurs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that probably wouldn't. I mean, maybe depending on your demo, Maybe the clown guy's a conservative comedian now. They load that shit, bro. They eat that shit up. Lick their fingers on that shit, bro. I didn't get vaccinated. Dumb liberal. Liberal got vaccinated. So anyways, I was sitting across from my nephew and I asked him if he got vaccinated. He told me yes. I said, oh, so you're not getting into heaven? See, I say that as a joke, you know, but they would believe that, you know what I'm saying?
Agree to do the Borgata with you yet, but so Levy called me, goes saying that he wasn't on the Borgata.
I never got vaccinated. I never got vaccinated. I didn't want no 4G in my arm.
He said he had another gig, so I said, yeah, I'll do it.
How did he get another gig so fast?
Oh, he gets gigs all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a lot of firehouses around right now. This isn't helping you.
I never got vaccinated. I never got COVID. Do you want a little lucky star or a pin? Is that why you're telling me this? OMG, the furry keyboard I have now? Yo, what the fuck? That shit got those little sideways smiley faces and shit? The little P face on it now?
See, that's the thing. I mean,
I think every town has a firehouse.
That's right.
the issue Bob has.
Volunteer firehouse.
Make it work anytime.
You don't know.
They got a oyster clam bake night.
Oh man,
He's gonna be pissed. I
He's
know.
gonna be mad. Bob, do you accept Artie's apology, or are you not? Are you sticking to your guns and not doing the shows?
No, I booked over the shows.
Oh, come on, Bob.
In the same town, the same night.
Now you're being ridiculous. Now you're being ridiculous.
Look, I don't. It feels like I can't fucking trust somebody. I don't like to fucking be around somebody like that. You know what I mean? I don't fucking do that to people.
You know, I'm sorry then. You know, because I've seen Bob kill so hard that people are barreled over laughing and they actually hit their head on the hose of the truck.
What truck is that?
Do it, Artie. In 5 years, you'll be fucking playing them.
No, I won't. I'll be dead in 5 years. Now, come on, you know that.
Yeah, so Artie just couldn't help himself, and Howard was trying to mediate a little bit, but of course he wasn't making things much better. Like Howard brings up that Artie mentioned the reason he likes to make fun of.
Yeah, this is a Joe Rogan from the video the other day. The hose thing went right over my head. I'm too stupid for this shit, bro. I ain't cut out for this, bro. I can go to a comedy show and sit there and go, he'd be on to the next joke by then. You'd get kicked out? Damn, they really on that. That shit got Satan in it. That shit got Satan in it.
To Bob and try to say things that get to him is because he could have seen a situation where his career might have played out like Bob's if he didn't get some lucky breaks. And I think Artie said this to try to sympathize with Bob a little bit. Like at one point he said the only difference in their careers is he just had more luck, which...
Oh, look, it's me, according to Potassium right here. Dude, look. Yeah, that is my hairline, bro. I'm cooked. Yeah, I'm cooked, brother.
Everybody disagreed with him on, but he was definitely trying to be nice to Bob by saying this. But of course, when Howard brings it up, it does not sound good. And Bob gets really offended by it, you know, because he's like, well, what's wrong with being me? What's wrong with my career? And Artie's like, oh, I wasn't trying to say that as an insult. You know, I was just saying there could have been a situation where I'd be struggling financially if I didn't get a couple lucky breaks.
I think it's because Artie has said it. He said it as early as this morning. Artie said, you know, if it wasn't for a couple of breaks that I got, I could end up being Bob Levy.
No.
You know what? It ain't too fucking bad being me, okay?
No, Bob. I didn't say it's so bad. I'm saying that, you know, he's a guy who, you know, has to work and get gigs and you know, I could turn down gigs now because I've been lucky. And I'm saying I could easily have had that happen to me. I got a couple of good breaks. That's all.
You mean it could have easily happened to you that you'd be Bob Levy?
No, it could have happened to me where I have bigger money issues in my life. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't have any issues. I'm fucking happy with. That's all that fucking matters.
All right, fine.
I don't give a fuck.
Fine. That wasn't meant to be an insult.
Damn, bro. What's his name? Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name, bro. Holy shit. I need to go back to sleep. I can't remember anybody's name or put anything together, brother. Howard Stern is really instigating the fuck out of that. I mean, I know that's kind of like he be doing that for shit. And he's just kind of like trying to get the best content and whatnot. But that's so fucking crazy that he literally brought that up. He's like, hey, bro, remember when you said this, by the way, when you were shitting on this guy? And he's like, whoa, that's not what I meant. And then everybody got real serious. It was like real like goofy ass jokes. And then I got real serious. You could cut the tension with a knife.
But I apologize for what I said yesterday. It was
Joe Rogan instigates everything. Let's be real. See, I haven't watched enough actual like Joe Rogan, like raw Joe Rogan. I haven't had enough raw Joe Rogan in me to be able to say whether Joe Rogan instigates shit or not.
A line on the wrap-up show. I'm being dead serious.
Artie, you did say there are plenty of firehouses where Bob can perform, but
No,
he
I was
doesn't work
trying
with
to
you.
be funny. But clearly, look, the king of the roast here clearly is sensitive. I mean, you know.
Isn't this a little weird, Artie?
And what makes this even funnier is now Dave Chappelle's building a comedy club out of an old fire station. So that would be perfect for Bob, but he needs to be careful. You know, I think Chappelle might be doing it to get him in there so he could steal more of his jokes. No, but this whole thing.
No way. It's so goofy, bro.
Thing was a classic, and it led to a lot more. Like, there's a giant feud between Artie and some other comedians on the show because he called them the Hack Pack, which I'll probably cover soon, maybe over on Patreon. So if you guys enjoyed the video, if you like this kind of content, make sure you check it out. There's a ton of stuff up there. Like, recently I just talked about how Howie Mandel actually responded to one of my videos. So if you want to hear about that, or you want to keep up with everything going on in comedy, or hear about some of these old stories, make sure you check it out. I'll put a link in the description.
Oh, fuck. It did the thing where it auto goes to the next video. God damn it, bro.
All right, so...
Anyways, sorry. The moment Beat Your Meat was invented, like it owes me money, was added 5 minutes later. Yeah. Too lazy to try, stole my... All right, so in this video, catchphrase... It's hilarious because Dave's response was literally that they were trying to be hacky with the character, therefore they used the hackiest joke out there. Oh my god. The fact he's unable to live this down makes it even more hilarious. Yeah. Artie gave good advice is a phrase I have never heard. Too lazy to try to stole my why did the chicken cross the road joke. Yo. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Pub Levy. Oh, bro. I have no idea, dude. I don't know anything about Howie, to be honest. I'm very new. I'm very much an outsider looking into the comedy world. It's funny, though, dude. Like, I'm going to keep talking about it because... it does well views-wise, and then these fuckers just on YouTube just shit on me. And I think it's funny to see how much, like, they can shit on me, and how many views I can gain and garner from them boosting me in the algorithm, you know? So, yeah, I'm gonna keep turning up on this shit. There was a video, again, Too Lazy to Try, really, he's cooking, bro. He has a lot of good fucking videos here. I think I don't have him on the trends thing. Yeah, I gotta tap on that. Chris is let Howie break my back. What? Farm them views. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, I think it's interesting. I really like paying attention to like comedians and shit. And I think it's funny. But it's especially more interesting to me because I like to farm these fuckers for views, you know? I did not is lol. Bro, my dog basically came to my room and just to roll over my clean bed and leave. Now there's a dog hair everywhere. Oh my gosh. Chucky, sounds good. I'll miss you. Do Beetlejuice? I want to watch the Beetlejuice one. Where did that fucking go, dude? This motherfucker really fucking bait and switched me, dude. Oh no. Yo, I'm gonna have to add this to the watch on stream playlist. Ooh, I gotta watch this too as a former fan of fucking Chris D'Elia. I used to fucking love Chris D'Elia, bro. And then he got canceled or whatever, and then he came back, and I was like, maybe he's changed. You know, he did this whole, like, whatever bullshit. Maybe he's changed. Maybe he turned over a new leaf. And then he just started joking about it. Like, way too fucking much. And I was like, yo, this guy is not that funny. I don't know if it's because of that or whatever, but I like watched some of his like stand up and shit. I was like, this guy's not funny. He's like joking about this a lot, so I feel like maybe he isn't sorry.